Okay, so low carb, high fat. That's what this meal is all about. And so I'm not going to teach a nutrition class today, but I think most of you agree that low carb, high fat is so satisfying. It's the way to go, and it don't take a whole lot to fill you up. So we are going to make a low carb, high fat dressing. And matter of fact, you guys are going to get some handouts in just a few minutes that actually have the cornbread recipe in there. It's a cornbread recipe, but what you're going to need to do is take mental notes, and I'll recapture it for you as soon as you can write on your little paperwork that you guys are going to get, or if you already have paperwork, on how to make the dressing, because I do not have this on my blog yet. 90% of the recipes that you're going to be hearing about today are already on Crosby Body Health, blogspot.com. And if you need me to repeat that again, I'll be glad to, or you can just go to Crosby Body Health and the website.com, and then there's a B and a T and an F. Do y'all know what those stand for? Blog, Twitter, and Facebook. Yes, okay. So to go to my blog, you would hit the B, and it will take you right into the blog. All right, so let's pretend you know how to make the cornbread already. And so what we did is we made a single serving of cornbread last night, and we're going to smush it up in our jar, or not jar, what do you call this thing? Bowl. Thank you. Whatever this thing is. Yes, yes, yes. Now, the trick to making the cornbread taste like cornbread, it looks like cornbread, doesn't it? Except it's a little bit darker because of the type of flour, is these two things right here. Sweet corn extract and popcorn, natural popcorn extract, okay? Because the recipe is going to call for almond flour, and it's going to call for coconut flour, okay? So it's going to be a nut flour that you're going to be using. So therefore, that's keeping the recipe low carb, because you're not using the other white stuff, which is enriched flour or bleached flour or self-rising flour or any of those kind of flours. So this keeps it really low carb. So I'm just going to get my hands in here because it's going to cook, so it'll burn all the germs out of here.
Where do you get the extracts?
I order them from Amazon. Yes, okay, they are at Amazon. And it's called Amoretti. Amoretti.
Is that the one you've always used, or did you switch?
No, I've always used it. I added the popcorn to it though.
Right.
To give it more of a corn flavor. Yeah, so you just get your hands in here and you just mash it up. At this point, after my mother mashed up the cornbread, she would put breadcrumbs in it. But I'm not putting breadcrumbs in here. This is just strictly this. Now, the other thing is my daughter stole my celery last night.
Uh-oh.
I told her she could have any of the vegetables that were extra, so she went through my refrigerator and just took a bunch of vegetables. So actually they were donated by Mrs. Mary. Where's she at? Miss Mary over there. Thank you, Mary. She brought in bags and bags and bags of vegetables, but I knew that I couldn't eat all that before they ruined, so my daughter says, I'll take them, Mom. So there she is. So I did not get to saute any. Normally this is at this point, and put a little oil in your skillet, and you would put in your onions and your celery into your skillet, and you would cook them until they get kind of see-through. Not totally see-through, but kind of see-through.
You cook them in butter?
Butter, coconut oil, avocado oil, whatever you want to do. So we're going to pretend like these are cooked. So we're going to pretend like celery's in here too. So, all right, so we're going to put that in there. I'm not going to cook this one though, because I already have one cooked for y'all, or actually 3 cooked for y'all. So this is just going to be one that's going to go back into my refrigerator until I can finalize all the stuff on it. Okay, so the next thing, my mother always liked a little sage, but she actually used more poultry seasonings in her dressing. You guys need to gear this towards what your family likes and the seasonings you like. But we use a little sage and a whole lot of poultry is what we do in our family. You know, I don't know why it is, but we always pick up our cooking habits from our mom or our grandmother. And both my mom and my grandmother were excellent cooks. I mean, they were absolutely wonderful cooks. Except they cooked all the bad stuff, but it's okay. And then you put it, you know, I just kind of like coat it really good on top. You know, just really good. And then at this time is where I would put some salt. And those that know me know that I cook with a pinch of this and a hint of that. And, you know, I don't really measure most of the time. But I'm going to take some salt. And the reason I'm only going to put just a little bit is because the chicken broth that I've already cooked has salt in it. Now, if you guys are using the box chicken broth and you're not boiling your chicken and using the chicken broth from here, then you probably need to add a little bit more salt to your taste. So always just add flavorings to your taste. I would also go ahead and normally if I didn't have the chicken broth already flavored with garlic and onion and celery and a whole bunch of other stuff, this is where I would add my garlic, my onion powder, and other things to it. Also, if I was using just the broth that you buy in the grocery store. But you know what? We like to put chicken inside of this too, or you can actually do sausage meat and, you know, stir up some sausage meat and put sausage in your dressing. Some people prefer a sausage dressing, and that's fine too. But we grew up on chicken. Everything was chicken. So we did chicken dressing, chicken turkey, whatever, you know, so we did that. So as you can tell, it's got fat on it, right? It was so that's a good thing. We want the fat. So we're just going to pour that over in there. And I'm going to say this is probably going to be about 2 cups worth of chicken broth. So we're going to do that. Miss Joy, do you have a knife over there? My little kitchen aid?
Which one?
Something to cut up these eggs.
Which one right there?
Right there,
Corner
baby.
of the white meat platter.
Okay.
I just washed it.
Thank you. Okay, so also, the other thing we do is, besides putting boiled eggs in it, we put raw eggs. Thank you. So why would we put raw eggs in here?
So they stick together.
Exactly. Exactly. Now the dressing that I cooked for you. How many of these did we make? 4. We doubled it 4 times.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a single serving of cornbread. Exactly what's on my blog. So this is about what it's going to look like. So depending on how many people you have to serve, or how many people are coming to your Thanksgiving dinner, you may want to double it, quadruple it. We actually quadrupled ours to feed 30 people today, so that's what we did. So then you would adjust your celery, your onions, your eggs, you know, all that stuff according to what you need.
How many eggs?
Well, for that single serving, about 3 to 4. Depending on if they're big eggs or small eggs or, you know, however they are. And of course, I did have an egg slicer, but I can't find it now. So we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. And you just chop up your eggs and put in there. And then the next thing that's going to go in there is your meat. So either it's going to be sausage. My mom used to make oyster dressing too. Have y'all ever had oyster dressing? It's pretty good. It really is. Yeah. Now you can also make it spicy with jalapenos or cayenne pepper or black pepper. Yes, sir.
How many eggs did you say go in there?
For that single serving, I got 3 to 4. Right now I got 3 large ones in there. So depending on how big your eggs are. So if you got small eggs or medium eggs, I'd probably put 4 in there. But if you got large eggs,
This is on your blog site?
this particular recipe is not on my blog, just the cornbread, okay?
Just the cornbread.
That's why I'm telling y'all need to take notes, write this down. I will get it on the blog, but it's not there yet. So, you would be surprised how many people ask me for my recipes before you guys get here. So it's like, no, we're gonna wait till we show everybody. So I'm going to cut up about 3 to 4 boiled eggs.
That's the only thing I can think.
Eggs are full of nutrients. They're full of good, yummy, healthy fats. If you do have an egg sensitivity, I feel sorry for you. Like Miss Cheryl? Did you take your allergy pills, Miss Cheryl? Did I tell y'all there's a disclaimer at the beginning of this class? I didn't tell y'all the
We
disclaimer.
signed the waiver.
Did we sign the waiver that if y'all eat and y'all die, it's not my fault? It's Joy's fault. Yeah, it's Joy's fault. Exactly. Okay, so the next thing we're going to put in here is chicken. So here's the chicken that I boiled. And so now how many of y'all have ever put your chicken in your mixer and let it shred it for you? Have y'all ever
seen it?
That is so wonderful. It's easy, it's fast, and you don't have to sit there and just shred it little by little.
Attachment did you use?
Just my regular mixer attachment.
Okay, just the regular blending.
I don't do a blender, I have a little chopper, and I put it in my chopper.
You can put it in a Ninja too. Is that what you're talking about? Or
Well, it's
food
not a
processor?
ninja, it's just a little food processor chopper.
Well, I
That's how I
didn't
make
do,
chicken
I
salad.
didn't do this last night, but anyway, so y'all kind of get the idea. You just put your chicken in here. You got, or you could put your sausage in here. This is where you could add jalapenos, cayenne pepper. I mean, you know, your dressing is your dressing. You make it your dressing, you know. So, and I can guarantee you, with all the different families in here, from where y'all came from, I'm sure everybody has a different way of adding and taking away. Because my husband doesn't like a wet, jiggly dressing, but my mom, that's the way she cooks hers, wet and jiggly. So every time we go over there, he says, "Can you please make a dry dressing?" I do not, but his mom made a dry stuffing, you know, and so that's what he grew up on. And Rita and I, we would eat raw dressing, wouldn't we? I mean, you know, eggs and all. We just loved it, you know. So Mama did it, so we did it, you know. So yeah. So anyway, so this is about what you do. Now the fun part comes.
Everything's good but the raw egg.
Will you take my ring off?
Oh, she was gonna take a picture of it.
I'm videoing. I'm doing video.
Thank you. You can put it in the kitchen window if you like. Yes,
My mother put cornflakes in her dressing.
see, and I've never heard of that before. So everybody
She
has
did
a different,
cornbread and cornflakes.
not
Everything
bread,
else.
but yeah.
Everything else you've done, but a box of cornflakes and cornbread.
Wow.
Sweet, didn't it?
It really wasn't sweet though.
Just the regular.
No, it just made it more crunchy then. So
Right.
I may try some with pork skins.
I was thinking about pork skin. I think pork skins would be good.
So we're
yeah.
gonna see.
Put cracklings in there. You know, you had crackling cornbread before, so
Yeah.
with pork rinds, that would probably be pretty good, actually. Okay, so see how jiggly and how wet it is? That's about the way you like it. So that way when you put it in your bacon casserole dish or in your, Mom always used iron skillets a lot, or she would use those big aluminum cooking pans or whatever. But that's about how you want it right there. And at this time, I would actually probably taste it to see if it's seasoned enough for me. And then I would add salt and pepper or garlic or onion powder or anything else I might need to make it taste like our family likes. Other than that, this is how you make your dressing. You spray your pan really well, put this over into the dressing, and then cook it until it starts turning brown around the edges is what you do.
You don't put chicken broth in there?
You don't put it in the oven, right?
Huh?
You just put it in a
Casserole dish, that cooks in the oven, that goes in the oven, yeah. So I don't put 50,
At 350?
about 350. 325 to 350. Okay, so let me set this to the side.